This is Edgar Loman again, aka Coffee Man. Welcome to the show. Haven't been on the set in a minute, been out there in the trenches making things happen, and a lot of things been happening. We got a great show today. You know, every time I get started, I like to stir up my cup and see what's going on. It's like the word for the day. So we got the Coffee Man cup. We got the coffee in the cup. It's Thirsty Thursday. I'm stirring it up. Wow, the word for the day is mad. Wait a minute, it's M-A-D. Mad. Oh, I see what it, oh. M-A-D acronym. Make a decision. Wow, that's the word for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Make a decision. Now, why would you be in a situation where you have to make a decision? It's a great question. For the simple fact, we all out here moving and shaking, doing all type of things, to where we come to that fork in the road where we run around and we tend to ask people questions that's in the same circle we are, and we're going to get the same answer. So if you're hanging out with people in a certain circle and it's time to get mad, which is make a decision, you got to step outside that circle and make a decision, whether you go for the job interview, whether you go for self-employment, whether you go for the relationship that you know is going to change your life. So if that's you, male or female, just get mad. Make a decision. Whatever you got going on, just make that decision, because remember, everything is already set up in your life for you to be victorious. But if you don't make that decision, you'll find yourself in the same place you've been in prior to that fork in the road. You know, I look at different roads and different forks that I just ended up on in my life, you know, coming up on 13 years drug free. Wow. And during those roads and those forks, I had to make a decision. It's funny, when that decision hit me, I was at my personal low, to where if I kept going the route I was going, I'd have been dead. You know, but God had other plans for me. And when I found out what they were, I just made a decision. And then when I started telling people close to me about the decision I made, there was that encouragement, there was that strength, there was that confirmation. And I just followed it up with a cinch by the inch and hard by the yard. You know, it's a lot of things going on out here with this coronavirus. I want to share my condolence with all the family people that have lost loved ones and the people that's diagnosed with it. But if you're hanging out with your Father, Jesus Christ, your moving and your shaking won't be as hard as the world is claiming it to be. Just get mad. Make a decision. My man got my 4 checks. We gonna take a break in a minute and we gonna get my 4 checks. But on the serious note, that's the word for the day. M-A-D. Get mad. Make a decision. You'll find yourself at different forks in the road all the time. But if you think about being mad, making a decision, you'll find yourself further on your journey than you first started. I mean, it's real simple. You want to change your life, change your circle. So a lot of people comfortable where they are, and that's good. But what about the people you with? Might not be comfortable where they are. So if you get mad, you make a decision, then that'll change their life. You know, people happy to see you go and be all they can be, but they sad because they're left missing you from where you was when you was in their circle. So when you get mad and make a decision and you go change your life, don't forget those. Reach one to teach one is how it should be done. Just hanging out, making decisions every day. I mean, especially nowadays, I'll be 60 years old this year. Children, wife, everybody in the audience, how y'all doing? I made a decision. Just got back from New York today. It was marvelous out there. It was a whole week. I got the permission from my wife, and she helped me pack, because I kept pressing on her. Babe, I got to go. What you gonna do out there? I'm gonna be all I could be and bring it back home. Cause see, I made a decision. And when you make a decision, and I kind of keep bringing that up because I'm feeling that heavy on somebody out there. Make a decision and feel free to give us a call here at 313-868-0342 and we can talk about making that decision. It's so much help out here today. All you have to do, if you want to be somewhere in life, you go somewhere where they're being what you want to be. Grown up, follow the leader. Make that decision. If you want to be a doctor, go hang out with a doctor. Find out what that doctor did to be a doctor. Want to be a cook? Hang out with a cook. You want to be a screenwriter, screenplay person, whatever you want to be, it's already out here. Just make a decision. You might be sitting on the edge of your bed saying, wow, I got to make a decision. You just got some things coming up in your life. Make that decision, make that change, and it'll all come possible to you. We're going to take a break because I got to come back with this Rags to Riches story that my cousin was privileged to tape for me. And we're going to show you that when we get back. All right. So remember, here on the Coffee Man Show, keep it hot, keep it stirred.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is RJ Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
All media platforms are engaged.
Copy.
Get ready to launch your show or product.
Periscope ready. We're 5x5 ready to launch. Copy that.
Trend worldwide across all major platforms.
Ignition. 3, 2, 1.
The world is waiting. Watkins Broadcasting. More than just TV.
Hey, welcome back to the Coffee Man Show. Once again, I'm Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. Feel free to reach out to me here at 313-868-0342 for any question pertaining to just getting mad. You know, I was reading this book, Taking Control of Your Life from the Inside Out. And it dawned on me that a lot of us have been living life from the outside in. Now, how do I know that? Prime example. When somebody say something to you that you don't like, react. That's from the outside. But when you respond, you have to think about it. So therefore, that's from the inside. So taking control of your life from the inside out is a process. Knowing that whose we are, we already stirred up in the gift. We were born with the gift. So if we use the inside of us to project towards the situations that might be in front of us, I don't consider things in front of me problems anymore, because problems is something you have to take to somebody else. But see, situations can be dealt with. So I take everything that come to me that I don't understand as a situation, because it can be dealt with a lot clearer. You get some clarity and things of that nature. If you have a problem, then you go to a problem solver, But talking about this book, Dr. Tanisha A. Ford, this young lady right here, she's going to have an opportunity to come on the show. We're going to be chopping it up. She wrote this book in it's either 7 minutes or 7 hours. I'm telling you, I know it was a 7. It wasn't no 7 days. This girl, I read this right here and it choked me up because it brought a lot of things to reality. And when I went to page 75, the chapter, Dare to Be Happy and Learn to Be Content. Learn to be content. You don't automatically get contentment. That's something that have to be learned. And at the bottom chapter down here, it was talking about when we make a decision, that's getting mad, to be happy, your destiny as we choose to walk in our purpose. Studies have been done that shows that people who are happy and love what they do are highly motivated the majority of the time. This young lady, I can't wait till she get on the show. She got some amazing things coming up. She also got something coming up next week. I'll be putting that information out before the show is over with. We going to be here about an hour and a half. I got my cousin that's coming up. He got some stuff that's been going on. So a lot of my family been in the trenches doing different things. And when I hear about it, I got to reach out to them and I got to get them on TV. The Coffee Man Show is simple. My job is to seek somebody here in the city of Detroit as well as the state of Michigan that's doing something that means something so I can expose what you do, where you're doing it at, and how you could be reached while you're doing it. And that's all we do here. I bought multiple shows a couple years ago to where I don't charge anybody anything. My giving back is to expose and share the gift of what you do and where you're doing it at and how you're doing it. And that's where I find myself, you either going to catch me giving or serving, because the more I give, I end up being served. Out there in New York this last couple of days has been phenomenal. I mean, to unwind and to come back to the city of Detroit. But let's get into the topic of the day. From where we were to where we are. Rags to riches, my God. And when rags to riches, and what you're about to see is a short clip of what I've been through and where I am today. And my riches is from the inside out. It's not monetary. I mean, I ain't been broke in a minute. I'm just saying it's not monetary. It's the mindset. So when you talk of, you can be broke financially and have the richest mindset out there. So don't tie riches with income. I dare you to wake up, instead of saying how I'm going to get paid, start saying who I'm going to serve, and watch your life change. Remember, it's a process. It don't supposed to happen overnight. And the funny part about it, everybody know about it, but it's not for everybody. And when you find out whose you are and start hanging out in that, you'll see the evidence of being a person of service. I mean, we were pretty much born and created to serve one another. So without further ado, I want y'all to check this clip out. It's going to be kind of deep. I don't think it's going to be too that deep, but I think you're going to love it. Stay tuned. Check this clip out. Rags to riches. I'm standing on the grounds where Tappan was, and I'm thanking God that only in America, the freest country in the world, that you can go from rags to riches. I've been in the business since the end of April. I'm well over $20,000. And every day, my savings account, which is now my brokerage account, is growing at a minimum of $15 a day. This story right here, Rags to Riches story, pretty much let people know that anybody could make it. If I made it, you can make it. Father died, I was 6 or 7 years old. My mother died 12 to 18 months later, leaving us from, her sister, my mom's sisters. We was staying with them. It was 6 of us at the time. My older sister always stayed with our grandparents. Me and my brother and my youngest sister was still in diapers. We went with one auntie. My other 2 sisters went with another auntie. And immediately one of my sisters, Donna, she was adopted out of the family. And I know now that God had covered me way back then when I didn't know who it was covering me. I remember running away every day, getting whooped for things that I didn't do or say. Living with my aunt Muriel, I would say was isolated. My lifestyle was shut down. No growth was taking place. It was only instructions: go to bed, sit over there and eat. No, you can't go outside and play. It was always instructions on no growth, no expansion of self. We had a paper route. The free press was early in the morning, and me and my brother, we had nine blocks we had to do before we went to school. And she would take our paper route money and she would tell us to tell the people that we got robbed. Then she would whoop us in front of them for getting robbed. We didn't get robbed. Yes, we got robbed by her. And me at that age felt that I knew that was wrong. So one day, it was a few people that didn't pay us on time, and I went and collected in the process. Oh, we got your little paper route money. So when they gave me enough, probably 3 to 5 people, I kept that and ran away. And I was with my brother, and he was like, man, I'm not going. I said, okay, but I'm going. Because I remember meeting my Aunt Liz, which is my father's sister, when we was living with Miriam, which was my mom's sister. We was visiting my Aunt Muriel's friend on Webb and Livernois. And 2 blocks down was my Aunt Liz, my father's sister, and her kids out there playing with my aunt, mother's sister's kids. Everybody playing, and me and my brother have to sit in the car. So they would play with us through the car window. And they kept saying we look familiar. And they went in the house and got my Aunt Liz, and she said, yeah, that's my brother's kids. And Muriel met Liz, and it was like, wow, because after that she stopped taking us over there. But to God be the glory, because I remember how we got over there. Now mind you, I'm 9, 10 years old when we was living on Puritan and Littlefield, and I collected enough paper route money. I ran away and walked over on Webb and Livernois. And I knocked on the door, and my aunt say, Junior, what are you doing? I ran away. She's like, wow. And I told her everything that was going on. And like clockwork, my brother came a week later. I want to say it felt like a year went by. We sitting on the floor around the holidays, and we in the front room watching the TV, and we got our hands on our chin, feet up in the air, crisscross, and we're watching The Wizard of Oz. And it is so strange because during the part where the Wicked Witch was riding on the bike in the tornado, we look up and we see a silhouette in the doorway of the front door. And she peeked in from the sign off the TV, and it was my Aunt Miriam. And it was almost to the music of and it was like, and all she said was just making sure y'all wasn't dead. Just making sure y'all wasn't dead. And went back out of the shadow and left. We on Webb and Livernois. 8631, 8661. I can't remember, the address is no longer up here. My God. The house is gone. I mean, I'm standing, if the house was here, if the house was here, I would be standing in front of the house. This is my, I would say, humble beginnings. Learning, I was always curious to what was next, how did things work. But as far back as I can remember, I've always took a dime and worked on making it 15 cents. Working at the watermelon shop. I remember my aunt, Miss Davis, and my uncle, they used to always pull me out of the crowd. Hey, let me show you how to cut grass. Hey, let me take you over here and do some painting. It was always something that they had me to do out of the crowd of boys. I came over here, I'm actually 57. I came over here, I was like 12, 13 years old. And this whole block was full of houses. And we was little bitty and we was considered the kids on the block. My God, we done everything. We ran up and down the street. We fought, we played, we laughed. The hide and go see, the hide and go get them. I'm telling you, it was what it was. I mean, I remember the Stokes house, the Rand's house, the McDaniels house, the Willises, and then we had the Reasons and the Dorches. Hey, how you doing? You probably don't remember me living here. Dissy? Wow, my God, you must. So, did you grow up here with your mother and father? Stay off the grass. We played football. We had to say this was out of bounds because we ain't want us on the grass. The story gets deeper, and we can go into depth about a major situation that turned my life around. You know, September the 13th, 1983, about 6 o'clock in the evening. I mean, coming from the store, on the way back from the store, somebody just started shooting. So I had just turned 22, and my whole life started changing. I never, ever knew. I mean, me almost getting to the corner of Keeler and Littlefield, that it was a person standing a half a block away in the alley, waiting for whoever was next. I'm gonna shoot this person. Whether I know him or not, I'm gonna shoot this person so I can shoot a police officer and then get away. I never knew that my life turning point would be around the corner. Now, me hearing gunshots was kind of normal in this neighborhood. So I just kept hearing pop, pop, pop. That's me coming down this street, getting across the stop sign. And my life-changing situation was standing right there at that alley, at that pole. And my whole life changed. My whole life. As I was walking, my hand kind of shook. And I looked up and blood was coming out of my hand. So at that time, I noticed it was blood, and I looked down and I saw a guy standing by the fence in the alleyway pointing a rifle at me. So instead of me running across towards where we live, I started running down the Cheyenne, which is the next block over. And I was running zigzag on purpose. And as I got down to the corner of Cheyenne and at me, Keeler, I kind of looked on the block and it seemed like kids were playing and everything just started going in slow motion. And as I turned back to this house here, at that time, back in '83, it was a steel fence, just like the one, half of the fence right here. The whole fence actually picked up right here and went all the way down. And when I looked at his house, he was coming, he had opened the side door and was holding the armor gate open. And then he was just looking. So when I turned back around, I started asking him. I started explaining to him what the situation was. Sir, hey, I just moved over here and somebody is shooting at me. I don't know where I'm at. And as I was explaining that to him, I started going into the gate to his yard. And I was walking up to him. And as I was walking up to him, I was looking from where the bullets was coming from. And the guy was literally jogging down the street towards where we were. And when he saw me see him, he actually stopped, started aiming. And at that time, this house had an awning on the side door, a little bitty awning. And my man started shooting again, because the bullets started hitting the side of the crib and the awning. At that time, I ran under the guy's arm and I ran into the crib. And I got on his floor and he immediately started calling upstairs to his wife. I mean, she came down in a light green gown, I'll never forget it, and she just literally started praying over me. The ambulance came and they was assisting me, finding out, making sure that the bullets that I got hit with, which was 2, did not hit any major arteries, that I didn't have any internal bleeding. And as they were assisting me, a police officer peeked into the house and said, "Officer down." So that means whatever was going on outside when we ran inside was still going on. An officer at that time got shot in the ankle. So there the story started, to where you had the helicopters, the police, you had search dogs. I heard that my mom's was on TV with my military picture, and she was explaining the situation. I heard my cousins was laying down the street, face down with their hands behind their head, until the police found out who it was and where it was coming from. And the guy got away, and I heard later on he got caught or whatever, but that situation right there turned my life around. A couple months later, I was in and out of the hospital in 3 days. That was through the grace of God. Both bullets went through and through, didn't hit no major arteries. My God. And that was the turning point in my life, to where I started getting involved in things that was going to help me change my life and start giving me purpose and direction. Me growing up in a situation where my parents died when I was 6 and 7 years old, not really having that resource or that information to go to the next level in life, and going to the military, having a nervous breakdown in the military, and coming out kind of ill, and looking back today knowing that God has covered all things in my life, not small things, but all things. And that's what I want to share with everybody. This story right here, Rags the Riches story, pretty much let people know that anybody could make it. If I made it, you can make it. We back behind the scene. The TV show was off the chart. It was beautiful. I'm excited about where I've been. I'm excited where I am now, and I'm fired up about where I'm going. I'm sitting right now in my business partner's office. He got the whole suite. We're getting ready to have a presentation on how to multiply our money. I got a good buddy sitting in the room with me also, Mr. Michael right there, Humphrey. Say hi to my friends and family. I'm telling you now. We going to the mountaintop with this right here, and we're bringing everybody along. Let me take you guys on the tour of what we gonna take place with. And we get ready to change the game. And then who do we have in the back? Let's cut this way. We got a beautiful young lady right here. We got my business partner right here. We're moving and shaking. We're gonna come through here. We got a chef in the house. That's right, we got a little finger food. We got a little this. We got a little that. How's it going, Mr. Jason? I'm doing a bio right now, so look up. Say hi to the people there. We got a millionaire friend coming in named Curtis Branch. What he's gonna do, he's gonna train us. Now mind you, some of us been in the business for a couple months, since like April. We started putting this team together. The name of our team is Team Bravo Unlimited. We're moving and shaking. This is where we at. This is where we roll. This is where the magic's gonna take place. I'm excited, I'm fired up, This is how you get
questions
questions about how you know Edgar Loman.
I work at the television station where he has a show, WHPR TV 33 in Highland Park, Detroit.
Okay. And you've been knowing him for how long?
Approximately 6 months.
Okay. And during that time, have you seen him in some fields of growing his way to financial freedom?
I have.
Okay.
Very positive individual, very animated, willing to take a chance. He steps outside the box, has a vision.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. So to sum up something in about 15 to 20 words, how do you see this guy in the next 6 to 18 months?
I see him as a 6-figure power worker trader.
Beautiful. That is awesome. I thank you for the short time, and we'll see you at the top, not from the top.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a clip of my Rags to Riches story, and it's amazing when my cousin I asked him to do that. That was almost 2 years ago, and it was mind-blowing because when he was filming that, I saw myself sitting here with an audience playing it 2 years ago, because I knew back then to now my life would change from the inside out, and it starts with a decision. Definitely I got mad. And the acronym for MAD, M-A-D, is making a decision. And to run into, you seen the young lady at the end of the clip, she gave me the privilege of marrying her. And I tell her all the time, she grew me up to the point to where I am today, making decisions for the benefit of both of us, as well as my daughter. And knowing where I came from is just a portion of the plan, because we all came from some type of situation. The question is, what are you going to do about where you came from? You should no longer be where you came from. You should always be going somewhere. I dare you tonight, before you go to bed, take your shoes off. You put them under the bed, way under there. So when you get up and you get on your knees to get them while you down there, go ahead and give God praise. Because what's going to start taking place is that from the inside out, it's going to start showing up in your life. Because there's people you haven't met yet that's going to help you on your journey. Because all we really are is the evidence of our testimony. And as we meet different people on the way to where we've been chosen to go, we're going to meet that person or those people that's going to say right this way. Because, see, when you set up by whose you are, you just set up. Yeah, we tend to fall to the wayside based on our circle, and our circle becomes our circumstance. And that's by design. Change the design, and you'll change your circumstances. This show right here, I never knew. I mean, I heard growing up that I could sell ice to Eskimos. Right, and they can have a bag of ice in their hand. But, to get that information from somebody else, when somebody else tell you long enough what you good at, that's the evidence and the proof of the purpose in which you were born. I was telling my wife the other day, babe, you're a great speaker. Now I find the church asking her to be the speaker of the day, far as the bulletin and things of that nature, and I truly believe she's going to walk into that gift. And when you walk into your gift, the windows of heaven that they talk about starts to open up, and they're going to pour into you because of your gift. So find out what your gift is by listening to the people that's close to you. They'll let you know, oh, you good at drawing. You good at taking pictures. You good at this. You good at that. You know, that I go back to this lady's book here, Taking Control of Your Life from the Inside Out, Dr. Tanisha A. Ford. Strong book. And matter of fact, she got something coming up this Saturday to where she's going to be speaking and reaching out to young women. I dare you to give. I dare you to take yourself and pour it into somebody else. Watch the results. I dare it. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with my awesome cousin. He got some things going on. I'm excited to hear about it. I've been seeing him here and there on Facebook, things of that nature, and it's all been good. It's all been to the glory of God. You know, we got some stories, you know, and I thank God for my story because it ended up giving somebody else glory, giving somebody else the possibility to look and do something about what they see. So we'll get back with you. We can still be reached here, 313-868-0342. We're going to take a break here on the Coffee Band Show. Keep it hot. Keep it stirred.
Now you can watch WHPR TV 33 on Fire Stick. Catch all of your favorites. Stay informed. Don't miss a minute of your favorite talk shows. Call, text, tweet, post. WHPR TV 33 is worldwide on Fire Stick. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. WHPR TV 33, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
The environment is so friendly. Always feel like home.
We have so much support from the staff. You meet people who are like you.
I always had a passion to help others, so this is the perfect place for me.
Yana Afichu Bichao.
Flora Kiwang, Cameroon. Makrit Shunga, Ethiopia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They give you what you need for the future.
Hi, this is Lawanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. I'm telling you now, that clip right there took a brother back in my mind and gave me more strength because knowing where you came from and where you are today gives you the strength of the possibilities of where you're going. You know, and this television show is done straight from the cuff. Ain't no notes to study. Ain't none of that.
This ain't no Tyler Perry script?
Not at all. None of that. And y'all probably heard him but didn't see him. Without further ado, I'm finna bring the screen wide, and we gonna show my cousin, Dewan Davis. He has a name in the street, but he married, so he ain't got that much street out there no more. So I'm gonna let him tell his story. He got some serious colors on. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce to y'all and present to some others, Dewan Davis. What's up, D?
What's going on, cuz?
Everything is beautiful, man. What's been up, man?
All has been well. Let me just say, first and foremost, how proud I am of you.
Wow.
You know, you really doing your thing as a man and as a leader of our family.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, real talk.
It's all. I give it all to God because I remember not giving it to him. In that life, I don't have no choice, dude. I don't have no choice.
Yeah.
You know, but I've been watching you, man, in the trenches of different things on Facebook. You always gonna be my family. You got something going on, man, that's making some noise.
Yeah, I basically, this project, God put a vision in my heart to do a story, right?
Okay.
It started out as a hip hop story when we were signed. A lot of people don't know. Well, maybe people do know, but I thought people kind of forgot we were signed. Me and maybe 3 partners of mine were signed as hip hop artists when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Giant Records, and we didn't take the opportunity serious at the time. Some things happened where it didn't happen as fast as we thought it should have happened, so we chose different routes.
Okay.
You know.
What was the name of that group back then?
It's called Rhapsody.
Okay, and that was over there on Littlefield?
That was on Littlefield.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Y'all was jamming. Y'all was moving and shaking back then.
Absolutely. We was doing the Latin quarters, everything that was popping back in the day. We was doing the limos to the shows and things like that. But back then, studios wasn't easy accessible like they are today.
Okay.
Today, just about every block you go on, somebody got a studio in the basement. You know, where you can do some form of recording. Back then, it was really a rare opportunity for an individual to get in the studio and actually put together an album.
Wow.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technology today is, you know, we're gonna talk about it later today. How technology evolved to the point to where the majority of the people on the planet to this day have the whole world in their hand, and that's the cell phone.
That's right.
You know, you can do everything under the sun, and you can tell because when you go to jail for using your phone.
Mercy.
By God. But back to your story.
Yeah.
Because I tend to drift when I go deep, so let me not stay deep.
Okay.
Rhapsody.
Yes.
Was the name did you keep that moving forward?
Yeah, so moving forth, I decided to dibble and dab into the street life, and let me just say I wore about 5 different masks, probably some that you didn't even know.
Okay.
Say I was the church boy, I was Leah's grandson.
Right.
You know, the church boy singing the choir, you know, and all of that. And you know, I was somebody else in the streets. I was somebody else at school when I went to school. You know, and you name it, I just picked different masks to put on in the morning.
Right,
you know?
Right.
So I'm gonna be Diesel today.
Right.
With your lunch money.
So you was a transformer.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I was a chameleon, and basically, you know, going back to this project, right?
Right.
So God put into my spirit, okay, I want to do a story about the beginning of Detroit hip hop, because we were on the cuffs of the Detroit as far as the hip hop movement.
Okay.
Back then it was like LL Cool J. It was a very limited amount of artists that was successful.
Right.
Back then. So God put in my spirit to tell this story. And at first it was, I was going to talk about all of these fabulous things and, how we got money and this and that. And God told me, no, I want you to talk about some of those painful issues.
Yeah.
I want you to demask during this project. And I said, that's a lie from the pit of hell.
Okay.
I'm not finna, expose myself to the world. You know what I'm saying? To tell them all my insecurities. But as we began to film, different things began to unfold. First and foremost within myself. It was like a step 4, if you will. Okay. Like within the step 12 program of Narcotics Anonymous. Step 4 is doing a fearless self-moral inventory of yourself.
Okay.
So it made me dig deep, and as I dug deeper and deeper, I said, whoa, man, I had a fatherhood wound issue, because for quite some time, I thought somebody was my dad that wasn't really my dad, and when I found out that information out, my mind was blown.
Okay.
I'm like, well, damn, what blood at? He ain't want me? What was wrong with me?
Right, okay.
That he allowing another man to take care of me.
Okay.
And then as time went on, and I don't want to tell the whole story, but when I became the age of 17, I ended up jumping on the man.
You saying your father or your stepfather?
My biological father, my real father.
And that'll be in your book coming out when?
The book is actually. It's definitely a book. It's a documentary / film. And as we began to make it, my brother was like, "Hey, we need some music, this and that." And so my son is in the music business, and some other friends of mine. We got my man G Money from Sound Staff. I had a meeting with him. I pulled my man Dexter Boy Entertainment, Rollo, together, and we began to put together this music and ended up coming together with a soundtrack for the documentary.
Wow.
So the soundtrack, speaking of that, is now on all digital media platforms. It's called The Relapse of Rhapsody.
Okay. Because, see, prior to that coming out, you need to be back on the show and we just throw a launch party.
Oh, that sounds sweet.
That
sounds sweet.
When favor is in your life, then favor must show up over your life.
Okay.
So let that be said, let that be done. When y'all ready, get with Uncle Cuz.
Uncle Cuz.
Right, and let's just get it done because, the strength is in the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can birth something out of this family that we can leave to someone else, priceless.
Yeah, and that's what it's about also as far as leaving a legacy. And I just felt empowered to tell my own story, and it's something else when you get butt naked, man.
Oh,
and
my.
Tell the truth, mercy.
Yeah.
The truth, the butt naked truth, man.
Ain't it a
I'm
cleansing?
still. It's a cleansing thing.
Like a metamorphosis, right? You just
Yeah. I really feel free. I really feel the most freedom that I ever experienced in my life. I mean, I was at the age of 39 years old, and I found myself in a treatment center, jobless, homeless, penniless, every list you can name.
Okay.
Right. And a friend of mine, I was hurting enough to open up to somebody. And I told my man, I told my man, I said, man, I've been lying all my life about having a high school diploma. On applications, I thought I graduated. You know what I'm saying? I thought, Cody High? Cooley. I went to Cooley, graduated from Cooley, 92. Class of 92, Cooley High.
Now, if you done the math, is that the time you would have graduated?
Somewhere around
there. It's funny you mentioned that. I remember stopped going to school in the 9th grade because I heard the 10th wasn't going to be no better, not when I got a job. I'm telling you, real talk.
Mercy.
Yeah, because looking back then, I could identify the education was all right, but information was where the strength was.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can show you how to get it done, then I ain't got to put you in a classroom and teach you how you should be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of ran with information versus education. And I thank God for that, because trying to reach somewhere that wasn't you, that was one of my maths. I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. No, you're not. I got trophies. Well, I don't. Okay. I got trophies in lying. Back-to-back trophies. Let's give it up to him again. You know. Oh my God. Mercy. So this your music from back in the day, 15 up to now, you've seen all of that. Now, the people that was back there with you starting that, are they still in your life today?
I still have communication with them individuals.
Okay.
I mean, we don't hang on a regular basis. One of the cats on the barbershop.
Okay.
You know, he go out and they go by and get my hair cut, something like that. They working, they're doing their thing, you know. You know, one thing about when God give you a vision, it's not for everybody.
My,
you know what I'm saying? Right. So as the project began to gain momentum, you know, at first they didn't want anything. They thought I was crazy. It was like, man, we gonna make this album. We going back in the studio. We putting the band back together, you know. And they thought I was crazy. They said, man, that nigga getting high again. But
by God.
But as we begin to, you know, gain momentum on the project and things begin to unfold, and they said, whoa, you got something here, man. You know, but at that particular time, the hard work had been put in.
Right.
You know, a lot of the hard work been put in. You know, it's one other thing that I do want to mention before it slips my mind. Another thing that pushed me to make this also at one of the lowest points of my life, I was going through a divorce, by the way, also.
Okay.
When I was jobless, homeless, penniless, and ended up in the rehab center telling God, well, why I can't get it right? What's wrong with me? You know, and God began to show me some things, right?
Wow.
And before all that to happen, I had moved back in with my grandmother. I moved in with my grandmother in the basement.
Right.
Right. And I was getting high, and I met the dope man, and he began to take a liking to me. So much that he would allow me to work for him, but only if I would work for 3-4 days in a row. So I was selling crack out of an abandoned home with, you know, the windows boarded up or what have you. Individual knock on the back window. I just push the wood open and serve him, you know. So he dropped me off like $500 worth of nickels at a time, and, you know, 2 pistols, you know. I'm in there thugging it out. Police could have came in at any time, right?
Right, exactly.
So the traffic began to slow down, and, you know, when he dropped them off, they was like that.
Right.
It was like 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When he dropped off, as the you know, I will always keep the money together. This cat was like notorious for, you know, shooting cats. You know,
for messing
cats
with
end
stuff.
up messing with their drug. I mean, you know, that's that particular life. But this, I watched God have this man's heart in his hand. As far as this man took me to rehab.
Wow.
And paid for it.
Wow.
You know, because I had went before, but they wouldn't let me back in because I was there prior.
Right.
It's like, you left. You don't want no help for real.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I was at a point where, you know, he took me to the rehab and paid for it. You know? Something that I never heard of happening. Doing, you know?
Had to be God. It's some times in your life where the person that's notorious for taking people out could take you in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing, man. But God.
Mm-hmm.
But God, you know. Oh my.
And I get choked up just kind of talking about it, thinking about it, giving a testimony about it, because I know without a shadow of a doubt, when individuals tell me that, oh man, you believe in that, he on that old spooky stuff, or you know what I'm saying? I let individuals be where they at, but I know the encounter that I had.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know the encounters that I had.
I got some stories that if it had not been for God.
If it had not been for him, you know,
definitely.
I wouldn't be here in the studio talking to you today. So, and then he began to put just these team members in my life, you know, that have came beside me in some particular aspect working on this particular project. So I got my man Tamook, my cousin April, G. I mean, from the book to the soundtrack to the documentary, somebody's always been working on this project for the last few years.
Okay.
You know,
so it's got to come to fruition.
So it's absolutely.
The journey has been already laid out. The path, you're on the right path. It has to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, as it's showing up and growing up, here I be to just have another door for you to just go ahead and launch it.
Praise God.
That's how God works. Yeah, when you giving him all of you, then everything about you is gonna show up in Aces.
Yeah.
Because he dare you to keep blaming it on him. He dare you, and he'll keep showing out for you to blame it on him.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I can't tell all this stuff, God, and all this personal stuff, and how people gonna look at me and this and that. He said, it ain't about you.
Boom.
This gonna help somebody, fool.
Right. This is about the person you ain't met yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This gonna help somebody.
This is my cousin. I don't know if y'all know, but he gonna grow up and look like this one day. I'm just telling you. I'm 60. I
just like this.
15. That ain't what.
Yeah.
But it's amazing his stories. What he's gone through. I've been through. You know. So it's proof in surrendering yourself to whose you are, and don't get that twisted. The more you release who you thought you was, the more he'll reveal who you supposed to be.
I feel the spirit coming on.
When two or more. Yeah. He's always gonna do what the book said he gonna do. I don't care how you dice it up. The book been the same since the beginning. I dare you to get in it on the part where you see yourself.
Ooh.
You know, it's funny when I got married, September would be 2 years. And my first marriage, it was what it was, and I wear my wedding band on my right hand. And people ask me, dude, you wearing your ring on the wrong hand? No, I'm not. I wear my wedding band on my right hand because I married the right woman. Okay. See, I remember wearing my other ring on my left hand, and she left me.
Mercy.
Mercy. And it's just knowing how it worked when you trust in whose you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference. You can be anybody you want to be in the presence of a stranger.
Yeah.
So knowing whose you are, and hell, just show up at random. I'm telling you, it's some stuff going on in the atmosphere right now.
Yeah.
That gotta be him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got a story, and your songs. Okay, now in this documentary, y'all got the soundtrack where you got multiple people singing.
Yeah, so on the soundtrack, I have some legends actually from the city. I got Big Hurt, the King of Detroit, underground hip hop. He's on the CD. I got my man Stretch Money. Most individuals remember him from Takes Money to Make Money.
Okay. Is any of them here today?
No, I got Dexter Entertainment. My boy Rollo is in the building. My artist Rollo.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We're gonna come back. I need them to be up here and give a shout out about what they're doing in this set of yours.
Okay.
So we're gonna come back and we're gonna have them pop in, say who they are, what they doing, give a shout out to whosoever and whatever.
That's what's up.
We go from there. The main objective is get that exposure and then keep it rolling.
And we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. So here on the Coffee Man Show, we'll be right back. And remember, keep it hot, keep it stirred here on the Coffee Man Show.
Drink up.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Hey, welcome back to the show. My name is Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. We back in the house. I'm telling you, we are in the trenches about what's going on here in the city of Detroit, as well as the state of Michigan. We can still be reached here at 313-868-0342. We are always doing something here on Thirsty Thursday. We giving away coffee. We giving away T-shirts. We even got some movie passes. And we got some behind-the-curtain prices on your next upcoming excursion. We'll tell you about that later, but without further ado, I want to bring up somebody that's off the cuff of my cousin DeJuan. It's called
The Relapse of
Raps.
The Relapse of Rhapsody soundtrack.
Wow, that's got about 14 syllables, don't it?
Yeah, something like that.
That's amazing. Hey, what we gonna do, my man Gino?
Right.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
How are you, man? Coffee Man.
Pleasure.
Nice to see you, man. I'm hearing some noise from my cousin about you doing something on this soundtrack.
Yeah, how we met, the guy who did the first album, Mr. Kevin Edwards, I'm a partner with him.
Okay.
And their first album was
Christine.
And I'm a partner with him in Soundstaff Productions. And he came to Kevin about doing some music. So Kevin naturally referred me, and me and DeJuan had worked together previously on when you was producing the Twins.
Yeah.
And that's when me and him first had our experience together.
Okay.
And when we clicked back up, it was just a natural thing, like the wind.
Wow, just blend that thing together, let it do.
It was a natural thing. And and then I met Brown.
Right.
And
but let me ask you, prior to meeting them, you have a singing career, or what do you do in that industry?
Well, we formed a production company, me and Kevin, to do music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you was one of the singers.
Yeah, well, I sing and I play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Did you have your own group, or you was a solo artist?
Always doing stuff in the studio. And I'm kind of doing what I wanted to do back then, which we formed a label, which is called Pure Love Recordings. And I wanted to help develop the talent and have a medium to put them out.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing with this project.
Okay, now let me ask you, if I was to throw a function in the next 90 days, and I needed y'all to perform.
We gonna turn the party out.
Definitely.
Okay, I was gonna add with no cussing.
Absolutely, with no cursing. We can, and let me just say, whatever platform, and this is a important part. The project just don't stop here.
Okay.
What we plan on doing is going all across the country.
Okay.
Not only sharing the testimony, but setting up our curriculums, if you will.
Okay.
For a church, if it be a church, for a homeless.
So you
shelter to speak and give motivational speaks.
Okay.
We got all type of things that we working out right now in the planning stage of offering services.
Okay.
You know, and helping people.
But my question is this here, in y'all field, because when I hear rap, and when a lot of people hear rap, they go, cause like I went in my mind, straight to cussing and half-naked girls.
So let me just say this. With this particular project, this is a real project, right?
Okay.
The dope man was not saying, DeJuan, please pay me my money. I don't want to hurt you. You know, he was very aggressive.
Right, exactly.
These
So
are
was the
real
one that I knew
situations.
too, yeah.
These are real situation, real life situations, and this ain't for the average. This is geared towards a certain crowd.
Okay,
if
got
will.
you. That's what I needed.
The
to hear.
loss.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm looking to affect the law. You already straight, cuz.
Okay.
You're on your way to heaven.
Yeah, man, okay.
But
To
it's
God be
other
the
people
glory.
that's lost out
Right,
here.
absolutely.
That ain't coming in the church. They ain't coming in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they need to see it's some individuals that have seen me in the gutter.
Right.
Getting high.
Right.
Jobless, homeless, penniless. Where they seen my behind dragging the ground and they see me today.
Right.
They know they can't do nothing but give God the glory for it. They know it wasn't me.
Right.
Because I would have been fixed me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
So it's a source behind it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that because I just need to know when I'm promoting and pushing it that I'm pushing it to make the right noise in front of the right people.
So I apologize. I didn't fully address the question as far as that we have clean versions, we have gutter versions.
Okay.
When we in that particular arena looking to be
shake the
attracting
gutter up, right?
Appealing to these particular individuals.
Right.
We got that. We can loot.
But there's
swoop
a
down.
there's a hidden message in the project.
Okay.
And so
okay.
you listen to the
project.
music, you'll get the spirit of what we're trying to say.
No, we're not trying to say
Or
nothing.
what we're
saying.
Okay, he getting too tough. We gonna go to commercial. No, we not gonna go to commercial. I'm just joking. What we gonna do right now? We gonna have Gino kind of roll back in his chair and let's bring up cousin
April.
Cousin April.
She's one of our speakers.
But April next month though, right?
My pleasure.
Yeah, and we just going right into it with step right in. We still live, we still moving and shaking. Step right in.
Birthday month.
Hallelujah. April is?
Yeah, April 2nd.
That's where she got her name from. Keeping it moving.
Exactly.
Right, Andre April 1st, but that's another story. Okay. Hey, scoot up, speaking to the mic. Hi, Miss April. And I know we shooting fast. We got about 15 minutes. I got to bring up my cousin Damon.
Okay.
Hi, Miss
Hi.
April. So I heard we related
Yes.
in the family way.
Yes, cousins.
Okay, cousins. Hallelujah. Shake my hand and be my friend. Right. Now, what role does Miss April play in this rapacity?
So as I told you, the project, this is a moving project. Once the project is out, it has legs.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is service certain particular communities.
Okay.
Rehab centers, homeless shelters, churches, whatever particular facility or you need or looking for. We have a criteria, if you will.
Okay.
Designed for these different arenas, if you will.
Right.
April is one of the speakers that will touch and identify with women.
Okay, so let me ask her for within a 2-minute window. What would you be bringing to the table for some women that might be looking at this that will be rebroadcasted throughout the month as well as next month? What would you have to say to them if they're watching now?
Basically, I'll be sharing my life experiences and situations. I'm also recovering from the past 28 years.
Okay, hallelujah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, absolutely.
And the things that I've been through, going through that, and the things that I've been through coming out of it, because life circumstances still show up.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it kick the door in without your permission.
Absolutely.
And teaching them and showing them how to handle life situations and still progress and move forward, and just being a support system to young women, older women, middle-aged women, anything that I can identify with where I can share my story with them and give them support.
Right, because the best story is the story that's been lived.
Yes.
You know, and you hear living the outcome, the breakthrough past the situations, you know, and we all have a testimony that can save somebody's life, you know, and I'm proud of what you're bringing to the table. And my cousin, it's always inspirational and inspiring to hear you going against the grain, because the world dare you to make a difference.
Yes.
But God has always chose you, always. I mean, we hear him and then we don't hear him. I see and hear you hearing him. And I commend you for that. Because you do matter. You matter to a lot of people that you're getting ready to run into in a short period of time. I see y'all on the stage making noise that matters. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
And your strong road, keep it up. My wife spoke into your life about writing a book.
Yes.
Once you get it wrote, you know you got a platform right here that we because I remember I got 75 shows already paid for.
They already paid for.
And we got to get them on deck. I'm telling you now. So we gonna bring up Dewan. Thank you, sweetheart.
Nice meeting you.
Oh my God,
Yes.
Mr. Damon. Let's get him up here. Yeah, because I need to get him in the spot up here about his production. How's it going? Hop on in, have a seat.
So he can sit in the middle.
No, have a seat, sir. We love you. We love you. Absolutely. You on the spot. In the spot.
My man.
Cousin.
Finally made it.
Yes, exactly. Right. From making the Coffee Man shirts. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, but he made all my Coffee Man shirts. We gave them all away. But this skill you have with looking behind a camera and capturing the true situations. Can you sit up and speak into the mic about this this vision that was just poured in your lap and you just took it and ran with it?
Well, I would say first off, I would like to say thank God, for
hallelujah,
finally getting me on my cuz show, on my big cuz show. I'm happy to be here.
Wow.
Little nervous, but I guess
That's all right.
my big bros got me. But
yes, definitely.
the inspiration, man, to be honest, because I wanted to kind of touch on what you and I did, as well as what
absolutely go for it.
Me and my big bro, man. But basically, you guys have always been inspirations of mine, and I've been looking forward to being able to do what I do now all of my life.
Wow.
Wow. And like if you speaking things into fruition, I would say, man, I was back in the days watching the scene. I told myself I was going to take somebody at 107.5 job. You know what I'm saying?
RJ.
But I don't want to put the pressure on nobody. I was going to be back there in the engineer room doing
RJ at?
No, I'm just shouting out RJ back there in the engineer room, man. Peace, bro. But no, you guys have been my inspiration since the beginning, man. You know?
Yeah, man. It's just it's amazing. Cause I remember when it didn't work. None of my life. I remember that. 5 kids, 5 different women.
Mercy.
13 years drug free after being free 10 years ago.
Well, I would say this, man, and let me sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to jump in there because just about every one of those points in your life, as well as my bro on Relapse of Rhapsody,
right?
I was there. I saw it. I saw the
Right.
different masks. I saw your mask as well. Maybe you didn't know that you had them on.
Right, exactly right.
But I saw it all, and it really, seeing you guys hit rock bottom, it's amazing, that you guys have been able to pull yourselves up, and make that type of comeback, right in front of everybody. And I don't know if it speaks to your personality or if it speaks to your faith, because both of you guys have pretty resilient, life stories. There's more that we could have went through in your story. There's more we could have went through in his story.
Absolutely.
But you know what, man? I just think, you guys are inspirational type personalities. I don't want to put y'all on the spot. But
Thank you. I love this spot. How you doing? Right. We have millions of people out there.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful
That's what's up.
that I can go through what didn't work in my life to come out on the other side and thank God that it wasn't just me. It's a lot of other people out there. It's a lot of people I went through that storm with is no longer here. So I'm grateful to be able to share the story, and give God the glory. Because I already know that if it had not been for him, bottom line, and for Damon, for you to me and you to get together a couple years ago and create Rags to Riches, knowing that that story y'all seen on the clip, it's going to be more added to that because we'll be showing that in a room with nothing less than 6,000 to 7,000 people. And that'll be playing, and after it goes off, then I'll be coming out and I'll be talking about what's next, you know, and it's, you know, that's the vision, you know, and when my wife asked me what's next, yes, I have the answer because of who my father is.
Say that.
You know, versus if I scratch my head, it's going to be because it is, you know. So I thank God. I thank y'all. I mean, we should be able to pull anything together by us being family, coming from different areas, coming from the same spot, splitting up and coming back together like, you know, like we swole up and come back. We got to put something else on the table and make this thing happen. We getting ready to get out of here. What I want to do as we close out is bring my daughter Elizabeth up and my wife. Y'all can just come stand up behind us. No, y'all stay here, Swanee. Come on. Y'all, yeah, this we our family. April, hallelujah. Come on up here, quit playing. You know, at the end of every
Speaking
show.
of April, hey, babe.
At the end of every show, you know,
Peace
I
to
like
my
to
wife,
bring up
April.
every family up that's in the building at the time and just be grateful that we could make something happen, make a difference, make a change. You know, and I like to say before we go, I always say, if you vividly visualize yourself as the person you want to be, you can enthusiastically achieve your goal. Boom, right. So, love y'all behind me, love y'all in front of me, love y'all on the side of me. Keep it hot and keep it stirred here on the Coffee Man Show. Yeah, we out.